Hello bulleteers and little commas. Well, this is a review on my last 7 or 8 years of cycling. In 2021, I would have been cycling for 8 years. Some of you probably thought, or probably think, that's quite not very long. Well, for Bullet, it's quite a long time, as he usually gives up on something after about 2 years. I couldn't hardly cycle, well, let's say 20 miles without a little bit of difficulty. But over the years, I put a lot of effort, training and persuasion to myself into it. One of my first major road rides was with Scott, coach, Comment TV, out to Winsford. If you know Exmoor, it's pretty hilly. It's about, the Winsford loop is about 3,500, maybe 3,000 feet in total, and it's about 35 miles, or 30 miles, something like that. But it's pretty tough, especially when you're a learner. Over the years, I've had people tell me that I had to lose weight, and I said, yes, it's okay, I'll do it, but in my own time, because I'm not one to, let's put it this way, I have to do it when I feel like doing it. I can't do it when people tell me, unless it's certain people. In my family, we're not Slim Jims. We are heavy, and we like to, let's put it this way, we like to eat. So the more exercise you do, or we do, the better it is. So I've got to try and do as much as I can every day. So I find it hard, like usual, going up hills. Exmoor, like you probably, some of you know, if you're watching this, and you've been to Exmoor, you know it is pretty hilly. It's not a flat area. Everywhere you go, you've got a hill within the first 5 miles or so. At the start of your journey, your legs are tired and they're not warmed up, so you have to hit a hill, whether you go to the A39 to Porlock, or you go up to Welland Cross. Over the years, I've done sportives like the Coast to Coast, which starts at Watchet and finishes in West Bay in Bridport. It's about 55 miles. It's a good route. It's run by the Air Ambulance. And there's so many other sporties I've done that. Yeah. It's Nathan. But the one that does stand out, sportive-wise, was the Fellathon Wales, which we did in July 2018.
Go out there, you can have a taster session, see if it's for you. You can head down to your local velodrome, head down to your local cycling club, Cardiff Ajax, wherever it is in Wales or in the UK, and just get involved, get on a bike, and who knows, you may well be taking part in one of these types of sportives over the coming years. Velathon Wales 20 Easter session, see if it's for you. You can head down to your local velodrome, head down to your local cycling club, Cardiff Ajax, wherever it is in Wales or in the UK, and just get involved, get on a bike, and who knows, you may well be taking part in one of these types of sportives over the coming years. Velathon Wales 2018.
In 2017, for the first time, I took part and technically made my debut in road racing. I've never done road racing before, but I thought, as it's a local event, it's run by the Minehead Cycling Club, which I try and help out as much as I can. It's around the local streets of Minehead, around the town centre. They closed the town off for I think it was the first year of the day, but there's a lot going on, and I thought, let's have a go at it. I thought, like I said, I've never done road racing before, so it was quite a challenge. But I had to go in the Minehead Go race, I think it was called at the time.
2 or 3 seconds between our 4 leaders and the peloton. So things coming back together in the middle of this race here. 30 minutes they're racing for. I'd say they've done no more than 10 minutes so far. So thankfully these riders negotiating the slightly damper corners safely. Still actually lots of riders still very much in contention in this 4th Cat men's race.
Also, in 2017, I took part, I think it was the very first time this was, in the Porlock Hill Climb, which is run by Minehead Cycling Club again, and they go up the Porlock Toll Road, which is a private toll road. You've got to pay to use it. ...2019 was an amazing year. Last year, 2019, I took part in the Southwest Cyclocross.
Come on, Nathan. Well done, Nate.
Yeah, I'm proud of you all doing it in this. Why would you want to do it? What are you going to wear? Hey? Everything.
I think suit more like once you start.
If you've done cyclocross, it's like mountain biking, which technically is mountain biking, off-roading, but you go around a course which is set out for you. There were a lot of people who were a lot more trained, experienced, and they were, of course, going a lot faster. Because because I've never done it before, I did the novice stages in the first 2. Well, I did it at Dunster, the first round, and I did it in Exeter, I think it was Exeter as well. 2020 has been the very, very best year ever. in the whole of my cycling career, I have done so much. We might have had a bit of a tough year in one way or another, but my fitness has improved a lot. I met some of the top YouTubers, and I've managed to get KOMs, which I've never done before, and that's road comms, walking comms. Well, I think the only thing I haven't got is running comms. Other sporties and events I've done include time trials. I've done Wellington Wheelers, which was at Wahoooooooo, the Axbridge, which is a 10-mile time trial. I've done the local Audaxes, and I've also done the Tour Wessex. Tour Wessex is a 3-day event. It starts at Langport. Day 1 is about 100 miles. Day 2 is 120 miles. And day 3, again, it's over 100 miles, but you can also make it shorter. You've got the option to cut it down to a shorter route. Day 2 was 120 miles. I decided, after doing 100 miles on the day 1, I've decided I'm going to do 120 and do 2 of the longer routes. Like I said, 120 miles on the day 2, once you've done 100 miles, for me was quite a challenge. The weather was absolutely horrendous over that weekend. And on day 2, I did struggle when I got to about 80 miles. I didn't actually think I would actually finish it, but with some great help from Scott, coach, and some other riders we were cycling with, I did get to the end, and I did finish it. Back in September 2020, I was lucky enough to meet 2 of the top YouTubers. Getting to know and meeting Ed and Phil, it made me realise how my cycling had to change. And this year has suddenly done that. I've done so much more than I expected, and I've loved every second of the year. Well, Mallorca. Well, where do I start? That's a story and a half. There's plenty of stories to say on that one. Well, when we went the first time in 2018, there was cafe stop, and of course, when you've never cycled that far for a long way before, especially in a foreign country, you get pretty hungry. So we stopped at this cafe, and there was this donut, my sugary food, and I was dying for food. And I was starving. So I sort of technically jumped the queue a tiny bit and ordered this donut before anybody else did. Well, I think there might have been 1 or 2 people looking at that, eyeing that donut up. One year we went, which was, I think it was in 2018, we went up the mountains, and we were coming down, a few of us were coming down, and suddenly I heard this lady shout, "Get out of the way." Well, she shouted get out of the way because her brakes failed because the weather was so awful and it just rained. You're now live.
Now you can do it.
Look at it. Bloody hell.
You're on camera. They can hear you, you know. Everything you say, you can hear it. No one's watching us.
It's like a little black cock. Go a bit closer so you can see the drops.
You fucking idiot. This is how wet it is.
Time for an ice cream though.
No, don't press that one.
Hi guys.
And then press this next one.
You idiot.
You gotta choose one of them. Go on, Nick, put stuff on your face.
Nobody wants to watch my feedback.
Oh, it's a cracking video. Old Spielberg over here.
Yeah, it's like really exciting, Nate. There's a duck over there, Nate.
I think we should go and...
Oh.
And even I couldn't see anything. I was actually going down blind, down the hills, down the mountains blind, very slowly. This lady came flying past us on the opposite side of the road. Luckily, there was nothing coming towards her, because if there was, you probably could imagine what was going to happen. But I think for some reason she survived and she was fine, but she was flying down the hills like as fast as you probably can think of, and her brakes completely failed.
Right, little Bulleteers, if you enjoyed this video, it's very important that you hit the like button. That will really help Bullet's channel, won't it?
Well,
so hit the like button, hit here to subscribe. You can watch my video from the day up here. I think it'll be out. And there's a Bullet playlist. You can watch all of Bullet's videos down here. It's fantastic. So, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.